Today we have a question from Ujwala on decision making. She said, "Hello, I'm practicing presence, but I have a problem with decision making. I get intense anxiety at that time, and even if I make a decision, even if it's small, which is a small one which is important, I get anxious that what if I made the wrong decision and random decision because of practicing being aware." So I wanted to cover this question because I think that decision making is at the heart of navigating personal life. And if you have a difficult time with decision making, it just adds so much unnecessary stress, anxiety, and fear into your life that you do not need. At the root of feeling this decision anxiety is feeling disconnected from your source, feeling disconnected from the life that moves all things. You somehow come to feel, because the world has taught you to be this way, you somehow come to feel that the world that you live in, the life that you live in, is separate from what you are. That you are in charge of everything that happens in your life. And because we feel this great sense of responsibility and isolation, we feel we have such a burden of making the right choice. So first and foremost, the solution to this, right? The first foundation upon which you can start to recover from this decision anxiety is your sit-down meditation practice. The reason I say this is because we live in, our modern culture is constant stimulation. And constant stimulation keeps you in a conditioned, compulsive state of being where you can have no clarity, you can have no peace, you can have no freedom of decision, freedom of contemplating what's right for you, freedom of turning within and seeing what you intuitively feel called to do. In a compulsive state of mind, you will not be receptive enough to your own intuition, to your feeling, to your heart, that every decision, even the small ones, will become very burdensome, very scary. Meditation, the daily practice where you learn to sit with yourself, by yourself, away from all distractions, all stimulation, and you start to anchor your attention. We'll talk exactly about what meditation to practice later, but when you start to practice every single day, you start to grow in awareness. And as you grow in awareness of yourself, you start to become more receptive to your intuition. You start to become more and more aligned with what your heart desires, what your heart intuitively feels is the right thing to do. You start to have overall greater clarity about what it is that you want to do in your life. You start to have overall greater clarity about how to navigate the very subtle challenges of life that nobody other than you can know how to navigate because they're so unique to you in your experience. So meditation helps you detach from mental intelligence, which is parading around as the ultimate, and it starts to establish you in true intelligence, the same intelligence which made you grow from a baby to a full-size human being. The same intelligence which makes the sun rise every morning. The same intelligence which keeps your heart beating and your breath coming in and out without you doing anything about it. The same intelligence which turns a seed into a huge forest. And it is that same intelligence through this practice which reflects in the unintelligent mind as clarity, even mental intelligence. So as long as you feel disconnected from your true intelligence, you will always have decision anxiety and you will always fear making the wrong choice. But once you start to grow in your connection with that intelligence, your connection with your own intuition, you start to learn to feel things out. So first and foremost, the meditation practice is absolutely crucial. From there, as you are practicing the meditation, Day by day, you're going to have to make decisions. And here, again, why do we fear making the wrong choices? Because right now we don't have confidence in ourselves, and we don't have confidence in life that life will take care of us, no matter what decision I make. So, for me personally, the big moment where like I've just fully decided to trust life from now on, and I've shared this in a few videos before, it was when I was going through a really difficult period of my life when I had a spinal injury for around 6 to 8 years, I believe it was. And I was totally broken down mentally, emotionally, physically. I had given up on a lot of things, that I'd never be able to do it again. And during that period, spiritual teachings came into my life and allowed me to go on this path and start to heal from my condition, start to grow in a greater perspective, learn things about the truth of nature, of reality, and really empower myself in that way. And I started to see that if I was totally lost, totally unaware, totally isolated, and I had no idea what I was doing, even when I was so lost, life still found a way to bring me back on track, then how can I ever in the future think now that life is not doing the same for me in this very moment? Of course, we don't always have those big revelation moments like I did in the past. Maybe you've had one or two in your life, but we don't have all those moments all the time. However, if life was taking care of me back then in that moment, then who is to say that life is not taking care of me now? Who is to say life is not taking care of me always? And as you actually go deeper into this spiritual journey, you start to dissolve the separation between me and life. You start to totally bridge that gap, that seeming boundary between you and life. And then you learn to make decisions trusting that life will take care of you, no matter what choice you make. You start to observe your own intuition. You start to observe what feels right to you, right? That's such an important word. What feels right to you. Because what feels right to you is your compass. It may not even lead to any form like favorable circumstance for you, but what feels right to you is what is driving your journey to what you need. And so you make that decision and you allow yourself to go through the ups and downs, because although you may land at an unfavorable situation due to the decision you made, even though you were trying to navigate it through what feels best to you, even that quote unquote negative circumstance has a lot to teach you that you needed to learn and grow through. So who is to say that you can ever make a wrong decision? This is just mind-made complexity. So once you start to live in this way and you start to make decisions based on how you feel, and then you trust life to take care of you, you start to gain more and more evidence of life taking care of you, and how this is such a simple way of living and navigating your personal life that you cannot even be bothered by anxiety about making the wrong choice. You don't even have any tolerance for fear anymore about some future that is totally unreal. So this is you breaking through the chains of the psychological mind, which is trying to whip you with fear, with anxiety, with some future scenarios where things go wrong. Because you just start to see that, hey, in this life, ultimately I have to make my own decisions, right? And all I have, like I don't know what's the right decision to make. I can't always know. And I can't just have other people make my decisions for me. So I'm just going to follow what I feel I'm being guided to. And I'm going to trust that me being guided towards that is life working through this vessel that I call me. But as I say, like the deeper you go into your meditation practice, this won't even be a question for you, because this whole idea of the one that is doing decisions and making decisions is going to totally be challenged. And you will start to see that actually, I don't do anything. Life is doing everything. It's all life's work. I don't exist. But that's for another conversation. I have many videos on this on my channel as well. Feel free to explore them. But for the purpose of today's video, I want to keep it simple for you. So start with the meditation practice. And which meditation practice? So currently I have a free mini course on beginner meditation and a more advanced meditation, which is self-inquiry. Both the mini courses are inside of my free support group, which I'll link down below. All you have to do is join the group, and you can go to the classroom tab inside of that group and you'll see the courses there. They will walk you through exactly what meditation is, how to start doing it, for how long, and how to go through and overcome the common obstacles that you're likely to go through when you start your practice, how to deepen your practice, and so on. And in that group, you can also even ask me questions whenever you can ask the community questions. We have over 1,000 members. It's a wonderful community. So I really encourage you to join that. I'll link it down below. But start by just making decisions and trusting that it is where your life is meant to go. And allow yourself to go through these ups and downs. Don't be so attached to the ups. Don't be so resistant to the downs. Just live your life. Life is taking care of you. From that, you will start to grow in confidence, and you will never fear making the wrong choice again. Even the seeming wrong choice has so much to teach you. You cannot go wrong. I hope this video helped you. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.